He's trying to get work in the NFL. How much will this hurt his future in the NFL, Coach?
It's going to hurt his future. And I thought this was a creative way for him to establish, okay, I can still be productive, and that he's made a transition or he's changed. And it was an interesting way to position himself to get back in the league. Now that it's finished up the way that it has, it's going to be sort of one more knock where you're going to think twice and say, okay, do we really want to go down this path, or do we want to maybe go with a younger guy, a less proven guy that we know less about, but
exactly.
Sometimes less is
more. Okay, so
more.
if you're a head coach right now and you're suspect at receiver and you're going to camp, would you invite him just to check him out?
Well, you may bring him in for a workout. You may see where he is physically, and that's pretty common. You do that with a lot of guys. But you're probably going to go down the path that you're on right now. You've got 90 guys in camp.
Yep.
The optimism is as high as it's going to be because you've got draft picks, free agents, some guys that
injuries
that
to speak of, really.
Year. Typically, the injuries are pretty good, and you're not going to go down that path now. He may go on what's called an emergency list, where if all else fails, break the glass and bring him in.
Break the glass and bring him in? It has come to this for Terrell Owens?
In the case of an emergency, break the glass and call
I'm
TL.
just saying there's an emergency list, and then
it gives you a visual.
That's what the emergency list is that's when you're going to that guy.
Okay, in fairness to Terrell Owens, I understood, and I don't know the details of the contract, but I understood that he wasn't required to play the away games. I don't know. It sounds like they were better than they thought they were, and so the owner wanted him to play a couple select away games to get them over the hump to win whatever.
Which technically is above and beyond what he signed on to do.
That's what I thought. Now, whether
initially it was he was going to play in the home games.
Whether he stiffed them on some public appearances there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I don't know. I assume he would. That's no shock to me.
Right.
But
it may be a financially driven move. Let's face it, they're not printing money in that league.
I'm going to frame it again. He's going on 39 years of age. He turns 39, I believe, on December the 7th, 1941. No, sorry. No, okay. Yeah.
A day that lives in infamy, but for a different reason.
Well, for a different. But he's coming off 2 big knee surgeries. I don't know what he's got left. I keep saying, for the sake of our show, just to have him around, I would love somebody to give him a shot. I just don't think he's got much left, and I don't think he's worth the risk at this point. And I hope I'm wrong about that, because he's a great character. I also, before I pass off to Stephen A. here, I also fear it's going to hurt his first ballot Hall of Fame chances. What happened here, then going on Dr. Phil with the baby mamas, it doesn't look good to the Hall of Fame.
It will come up in that room.
Yeah, it will come up. It will be small knocks against them that could add up.
Stephen A., weigh in.
Well, I guess best way for me to put it is, Coach, Skip, kind of need y'all help on this. I'm scared for Terrell Owens. I really am. Scott, he's 6th all time. When you look at the number of his receptions, he's 2nd all time in receiving yards, 15,934. Got 153 touchdowns, 2nd all time as well. But you look at this situation right now, it's regressed beyond the realms of embarrassment. It's regressed lower than just being sad. Now I'm to the point where I'm scared. I'm scared for him. I'm scared what's going to happen to him. I'm scared of what his life may be like, or what he feels, what kind of life he feels he may have had and he may have lost. And ultimately what actions he may take. I don't know. This is a scary situation right now, because when you have this kind of publicity, let's put it into perspective here. The guy fired his agent. He got rid of all the people that, some of them that he once swore were like his family. He changed his agent. Actually, I don't even know if he has an agent anymore. He accused of folks misappropriating funds. He went on Dr. Phil and just spread all his business out for the whole public to know. Okay, every step he takes has been, or rather has contributed to him diminishing his stature even more than some would say it had been diminished in the past. I find myself sitting around praying whether it's ESPN, Fox, or somebody else, that somebody gives this dude a job as an NFL analyst or just something to keep him relevant and in the public eye as a football mind, as a football player. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know what's going to happen to him if he loses it all. And I think he's pretty close to having lost it all. Who's going to really want to take a chance on him? Even if he has the skill set, who's going to want to bring that level of drama into their locker room, especially when you don't have to, because you're already making money, because the NFL is the #1 product in America. I do not know. I'm pretty scared for him. I am.
Yeah, I don't really know how to respond to that, Stephen A. And I think this is the challenge for a lot of players is what's next. And after the crowds go away, after the income that you have from the NFL goes away, what's next? And each guy has to try to figure out what their path is. And I think the NFL does try to help guys navigate through that. But it's hard, and it's harder for some guys than it is for others.
To everything Stephen A. Smith just said, I say amen.
Skip, do you think he could do TV? Charismatic?
He's tried a couple times before on
Yeah,
national
he
shows.
has.
He's gotten little auditions.
Yeah.
Hasn't been very good, to be honest with you.
Really?
Not very well spoken, but has interesting things to say. So if he can clean up the presentation a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
he would be good.
Well, here's a bit of irony or maybe coincidence. Maybe he could learn from you.
I would be willing to help.